brainstorming and sharing ideas is the funnest part of the creative process, we decided to skip the boring part of actually making stuff and just do the fun part. I'm your host, Tom Walma.
I'm Matt Turberg.
I'm Eileen Knowlton.
And I'm Chris Young.
And this is Creativity Wasted.
All right, so my idea was, I don't know what to call it, but I call it a homework helper. What it is something that us as parents, or us as Eileen would know, teachers, use so we don't look stupid both to our kids and the kids that we teach, and then the parents that we have to deal with, right? So what we would do is load all of this stuff into, obviously, whatever this thing is, this magic hat. It would give us preemptively what the answers are, what the angles are, what we need to make us look not so stupid to our own kids, like I'm doing now, and then the kids that at my schools, and obviously then the parents who ask questions. We, kind of, I don't know, have the information even though we don't have the information.
Sure.
So it's kind of like an AI teleprompter on the
Yeah,
fly.
something like that. Or this, I don't know, like on your phone, it would, obviously everything now is on our phone, even though they don't want the kids to have them in the school. Whatever it is, whatever we would use, magic earpiece, phone, computer, whatever, tablet, whatever, sort of we could scan this stuff, and so I wouldn't have to physically enter it, or I could even talk it in there. It would bring me up to speed right away, and yes, this is the answer, this is how we got there on any subject. Right now mine tends to be that I'm struggling with relearning math that I haven't used in 30 some years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, and not have me slip and say to the kids and teachers what I want to say is, or the parents rather, that this stuff is all BS. You won't use it ever again. Right. And that we're teaching kids the wrong things, but to kind of temper that, I don't know, whatever I have, smart assness or whatever it is, to say that this is all BS. So
common sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd make me bring me up to speed, like on radiuses and say, world politics or biologic sequencing and things like that instantly, so I wouldn't say, yeah, what did you get? All right, cool, that sounds good.
Yeah. We called those teacher guides, the teacher with all the answers. But I think what you're doing is a little bit more in depth than, what I always tell people is the teachers, like myself, we got all the answers. We got the answer book, But I think what you're doing sounds like more creative in that it is also guides you how to talk to parents and other things like that.
Yeah, just not only makes you look, so you don't look stupid, right? So I don't know if that, I do that enough on my own. I'm good at looking stupid, but at least I, remember, because I'm being honest, it seems like you get up to speed and, oh, no, I didn't do that right. So
does it teach you like in video, like a teacher teaching you?
It could, but I view it as more like real time, giving you the right things to say. And I'm going to be honest, I don't care that if I learn this stuff, as long as I can get through the situation with it.
So like project it into a Google Lens type thing so that your kids don't know that it's getting piped to you. And then
somehow like that, or to them, what I'm saying just becomes the most interesting or smart thing they've ever heard. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
Oh, you give them ADD medicine or
ADHD
medication.
Yeah, I don't know. That's one idea. I don't know how you run with it, but I do know, like, so right now, there's things where people can take pictures of problems. It gives them a solution, but I'm being honest, I still don't even understand how we got the solution sometimes, right? Because I haven't done all of those steps so long. And when someone says, well, how did you get this? the person asking that being my kids usually. I guess I just, I don't know, honestly, to be honest, I have no idea how we got there. And that's kind of the thing. I think it could be used not just for school, but in a lot of situations. It would lead to, well, I don't know about current administration, but it would lead to a lot of politicians, a lot of people giving presentations to not look so yeah right.
Okay, so like if you see a problem like in your eyeglasses thing, it'll give you context on how to solve it.
Kind of like the vanilla ice of problem solving. If there was a problem, you ought to solve it, right? Check out.
But from a teacher's perspective,
I would say for myself right now, using it from that perspective, right? But I could see it being used for any situation. I don't know, make you applicably intelligent sounding for that situation.
could it fake it? Like
Oh, well, that's
in software engineering, there's a term called a dumb pipe.
yeah.
I don't know if you use that in teaching, but a dumb pipe is it just passes stuff through, doesn't interpret it at all. It's just a code that just sends data from one spot to another.
Well, I would
without
want it to
any
screen the data
understanding of
so
what
I
it
get
is.
the best of, right? I think like with AI, still we're not at the point where it's handing down always correct or solely screened info. It's just taken the best search engines or the most readily search engines and kind of pairing through that data. This would use more, I don't know, more better stuff if I'm being Chris in general, like more scholarly
Used it in
journals
that moment.
or research or things like that, not just what is in the top 5 search window.
So AI, just to take a step back. So like I was in school like long before the age of AI.
Yeah, me
Like,
too.
Same.
do kids use it? Like,
Oh yeah. They use
Is-
AI plus everything that my soon to be 16-year-old daughter does is, "Hey Siri," and whatever Siri says becomes gospel.
Great.
Or whoever. Siri just happens to be her. And I'm waiting one of these days for Siri to go, "Come on, give me a minute here."
Or just come on,
I
Yeah,
always thought Siri was the
like
worst one.
you have used your amount of questions for the day. I'm sorry, I'm off. Take a hike.
Right.
Try critical thinking.
Does Siri use Google's AI? That's
It's Apple,
Apple.
but it's got to be driven
Siri's
from.
Apple.
It's got to be driven though from Google, because isn't Apple really doesn't have its own
Search engine.
handling,
Yeah,
does
that-
it? Doesn't it
Right.
That's what
come
I
from
thought. I thought they
somewhere?
did a deal with one of the other companies.
Yeah,
for
I
AI.
have Google and it works with the Apple really well. So I think that's probably the best deal, 2 biggest companies.
Right.
I thought it'd be Chat GPT would be the big one for everything.
They would be like the AI portion of that, but Google would hold more information.
Oh, maybe. Have you ever caught anybody cheating in school with AI or with
Oh yeah, because
phones and stuff?
or even just simply they forget to take like at the bottom it says, Google or the question that
Yeah.
they entered, they'll like just copy and paste and forget to back that out, or it is AI generated or whatever, because it says like doesn't even have their name in it. It will be insert your name here, and I mean, I'm just saying that kids aren't the brightest when it comes to doing that. So they're fairly easy to catch. It's the people that are, being appointed to high positions that don't do that. That you think, what in the heck are you that dumb? So, right? I mean, that they're plagiarizing or that they're not even doing the work of the research. I mean, who was the one that just got caught in the last year or two that was up for some position for using that to even give themselves like degrees they didn't have or places they'd never been.
What was that guy's name? Was it Matt Gates? The guy who faked
Yeah,
everything?
something like that. I mean,
I don't remember.
and tried to clear out, yeah, somebody. I mean, one of those, one of many, and that's the thing, right? So now, things are relatively quickly verifiable, where
Yeah.
it used to take background checks, now can be done in seconds. So
I think somebody in the DOJ had a chat GBT prepared document that they tried to submit to a judge, and he just slapped it out of their hand. It was comical.
yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It isn't. The sad part is it isn't funny, because the people that are doing it are the ones that are also being in charge of, maintaining order and standards. So that's the problem, right? So how do you yell at the kid and say, this is gonna, if you keep doing this, this is gonna get you nowhere. Well, maybe it'll get you to be president. So if you keep this up.
I also question chat GPT, the information it is receiving and is going through, and how it's being altered,
Right.
real time, and the information that is given back.
Well, that's what I was hoping on this, whatever it is that I'm trying to invent here, the homework helper, the teacher not look stupid machine, or
Right.
whatever it is. I don't know.
I guess technically you could not look stupid and still give the wrong answer if the kids
Yeah.
don't
That's
catch
true.
you
You
on
just
it.
say it
Yeah,
really
I mean,
confidently.
I
I've
want
done
it to
it.
be somewhat reviewed, like when you do papers or you do things like that, you get peer review, right? So somebody's supposed to review it against other known information, where
Yeah.
this hopefully would be reviewed by known scholaristic kind of things. And I'm not saying it even has to be that deep, but just like for myself, and I'm sure for anyone.
It just occurred to me. It's Khan Academy, but piped in through your ear like an old ESP fraud that they used to do
Right.
that. They'd be like sitting there with this dude has brain cancer, that type of thing. But it's like a smart guy like that Khan dude is like throwing it to you through your ear, and you're like, oh, by the way, yeah, it's the square root of 92. That's obviously the answer here.
That would be
right. And then will let me know how I got to that, because like I said, right now, I'm being honest. A lot of this stuff I have never seen in how long, right? And will I ever see it again after I get my kid through it? Probably not.
You're like a sub teacher, right? So
I do that now, yeah. But so like when we're at, I work usually at the career center now. So now I do a lot of, in and out of other classes and things like that. So some of the stuff you have to like go back and remember, what did I do when I did know this stuff? And being honest, even when I did know this stuff, did I really know this stuff? Probably not.
Yeah, but that's harder, right? Than if you teach the same subject every year.
I would think, yeah, I would think, because you're not, even though I'm still thinking, like, I don't know, I still think that most people grossly overthink they know what they know, right? I mean, they all think they're an expert in their field until you find someone that's way talk to an engineer as opposed to just someone that teaches math or something like that. So that's I'm just trying to think. I mean, one, I'm thinking as the comical kind of, being a comedian, that I just don't want to look that stupid, because I can do that well. But
you mean look stupid?
Yeah, oh yeah, I can look stupid well. You know what I mean? That's I'm good at that.
For fun and profit.
No, that's what's made me who I am. But I also, like, my background was in history and government and civics and things like that. I would have I barely passed math. You know what I mean? So, but I still have to, in the eyes of people that are asking you questions, you still should be able to grossly, and that's where I find in things like that, you're like, I'm being honest, I have no idea. I can't remember that. You know what I mean? My brain is either due to trauma because of it, or whatever reason I needed room for something else, it just dumped that file. So
yeah, I would think of all the teachers that'd be okay looking stupid. I would think you would be like, oh, Mr. Young, he gets the answer wrong sometimes, but he's funny and we like him, you know?
Yeah.
No, that's it. Yeah, they like me, and so that helps. But it's also like, and I'm not saying this is an everyday occurrence, but I'm saying like, if you had something that was running sort of real time with you, or you could prepare with, it would help you immensely, not just in school, but with working with your own kids, doing whatever.
Yeah,
So
and
like,
I could see how that could apply to a position like yourself effectively, because it would allow you to look, like you know what you're doing, and get the kids the right answer if you're not up on your stuff. And it's like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm looking at my stuff, you can't see it, but then the kids see a confident teacher who knows what
yeah,
the right answer is and how to get there, and they're not suffering from having somebody that doesn't have the regular teacher's volume of knowledge. So I think
yeah.
that's
I
a
mean,
great idea.
in my answer, my answer can't always be, well, if I was to do this, what would happen? And me saying your mom isn't. I mean, it gets a laugh, but that's not the right answer.
Yeah.
So, so we don't have like a crystal clear conception of what this would be, but basically it would be like
I
before
think
the
it would be
lesson, it
running
would
the
be
best
some info.
information you could get into the chip implanted into your head, basically, or whatever it is, an earpiece, whatever, or a tablet that's walking you through it as you're like doing on the board, or the smart,
Right.
whatever.
I like
Um,
of the guy from Khan Academy just talking into my ear about everything, and then answering questions in real time. I think that's the perfect solution. You know.
with me, with me not having to verbalize the question,
Yes.
right?
Right.
I always get I don't know who the guy from Khan Academy is, but I'm sure if it was me, I would have to name him Shaka, right?
Yeah.
So it's like
Shaka
it's
Khan.
listening, and then the screen is like popping up things like if it's a math problem like that has to do with square root, it might have a thing that you can click on the side that says
Right.
this about square root or this about different like long division type things that or pop up. If it's a government thing, it might have like little pop-ups that you can click depending on what the kids are asking, like
Right.
and it's just spitting pieces of information that you can grab onto like
Right.
on the fly,
Yeah.
that type of thing.
I don't know. I think to sum it up, it's some piece of everything that's evolving in sort of real time, however that works. Then the problem becomes when the internet goes down, I still look stupid. So.
Yeah.
All right. Any last thoughts on that? Anybody?
I like it. I
Yep.
think
Good
every
wrap up.
teacher should have it. You know.
Yeah.
I think it's the seeds of a great idea, and most likely will eventually happen.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. Why not?
Like I said, I think it would be best used for education for my problem right now, but I think it could be for a lot of people's things in the future. So
All right. Any shows or social medias or podcasts or anything you guys want to promote?
just chrisyoungcomic.com has my schedule and all that other fun stuff. Chris Young Comic on Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff.
My Instagram is EV Knowlton Comedy. You can find clips, and I'm also on Facebook. Some short clips of my comedy. I have some shows coming up. One I'm producing. It's at Total Sports next week on November 20th in Harrison Township. I'm excited about that one because I put that show together, and I have Mark Bonto and Steve Sabo headlining.
Cool.
North Kent Comedy. Yep, we're doing a show in December, and so we're excited about that at Flo's in Belmont.
I'll be at Dr. Grins, but it'll be before this comes out on Thursday. And you can reach me at Turberg Matt on Instagram or Matt Turberg Comedy on YouTube. And I'm up for shows after January by request only in December because my wife's really pissed at me taking too much time to do this stuff.
So I have my Twitch channel, Gaming McFitness, where I build video game controllers into fitness machines and then stream from them.
This has been a production of Planet Amp Podcast, powered by Pinecast.